in. What we got? More bodies? More evidence? Nothing profile. But that ain't it. Okay. That's cool. I do not feel comfortable putting this investigation in the hands of a dog. Let that be on record. Oh, he's still sniffing. Check out the map real quick. You think the blood trail wouldn't have been obvious enough to follow? Oh, it's an art gallery, but yeah. Nice place. Might have been a converted mansion. I don't know if they ever go into that in the story. Okay, yeah, that's just a changing station. I don't need to shave again, we just shaved. In the basement, because that was the thing. Was that in the basement? I forget where we shaved. Maybe it was on the way here. Hey, where'd the dog go? Oh, here you are. Did you find a clue? Now what? Wait. Aha! Sneaky Pete's. Hidden rooms. And one of them stupid trees.
Willie, are you out there?
Oh, Kaysen's locked up for some reason.
Kaysen,
That's weird.
what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
I love that cowlick on the one side of his head. Looking disheveled and stuff.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually,
No,
you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
Gee,
What?
break it to him gently.
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well,
How did he
I
lock
just-
himself in a room
I
if he's
just
a
came here to
suspect?
talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
But yeah, welcome,
Okay,
Absalom.
okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now?
To be with.
We've been together before, a couple times.
That light
It's
source
one of the
weirdness.
reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is
Booty
no
call.
different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back
I'm waiting
here.
for him to fall back down that hole. He keeps backing up
I
like
have
that.
a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
Drama.
Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a
Thank
room
you.
locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking
Alibis.
upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here.
Why would she lock you in there? Like, why would she lock you in there?
I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
Oh, Willie was down there too. Okay.
Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer.
Your killer is the statue. Oh.
And nada from questioning Nick.
We got
Nothing.
another clue bat session
No
here.
new leads from questioning Nick.
Before I can call it a
He's
night.
taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder.
Oh, okay.
They
yeah.
were about to head out to the
Exposition
bar
fill
again
in.
together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was, either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots.
And as for that friend request, I'm guessing somebody
Nick
in
was
the
wearing
chat sent
boots.
it. I'll
But
check
now that
that out for the
Diane's
show.
dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach.
I don't do much
George looked
multiplayer on
terribly
this, but I got a
depressed.
couple games.
I guess this case is really
If you
getting
got
to him.
PS4, I do have Destiny, although
He's
I
feeling
haven't touched
responsible
that
for the
in
deaths
months.
of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Sweet. Save it. And then if there's a cutscene, I'll save again. And we'll call it there.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Of course I
Can't
do.
we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm right, it
We
does.
can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's go for a drink. Oh, this night never ends.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
Don't think it's gonna be that simple.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
Issues.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak,
Oh,
adults
here we
over
go,
children,
philosophizing.
men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why.
Wow.
And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud.
Okay,
she
that's
found
kind of
reasons
grounds to get a
hit me.
divorce from your
Hit
parents.
me bad.
Or legal
The
separation,
worst
whatever
was
they
what she
call it.
called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry.
That's not that thin of a tree branch.
I'm sorry.
That's got some weight to it.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And
Okay.
me. Being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Okay. Don't get mixed up with trees, kids.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I?
Just a little bit.
And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
Yeah.
I could have
Maybe.
saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must
Are they gonna
already
kiss?
hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be.
Sir,
You even
can take off
invited
your
an
helmet in the
FBI
bar,
guy to
sir.
a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you
Interesting
for
choice
that.
of shot for this one.
Nobody can blame you for anything.
I like the offset.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
I can tell I'm tired. I'm in like mumble mode now. I'm probably talking really quiet. Alright. Can I talk to you anymore? No. Oh, Carol's here too. Lovely. I'll take that. We'll finish this bar stuff next week.